All right, everybody, welcome back to the bench. So today we're going to go over the Geissele 14.5 URG-I upper receiver group. We're going to go over the accuracy testing, actually. I'm not going to do a full review yet because this still needs some working out, but it did go through a competition flawlessly. It's been thrown on the range, still shown to be accurate, and it is very good. Like, I did chuck this thing at the range. My friend Tim can attest. He did watch me do that. It's doing pretty well. I do have two different testings for you guys today. So I did some indoor testing at a 50-yard range a couple of months ago. I figured I would do that, and then I wanted to get out and I wanted to test out this new AAC ammo. So we tested four different loads today, technically, but I want to let you know. Outdoor range, 75 yards, over 100 degrees today, or it felt like it anyway. I think it was like 92 with a bunch of humidity. So that if that impacts whatever. I did cool the barrel down today in between sessions by turning on my vehicle, blasting air down the barrel, and letting that cool off the barrel. It was cool in between each shot except for one. I did shoot a string. I shot the TMKs last, and then after I did that, I shot the hot one that we'll see here in a little bit. But before we even get into that, huge shout out to Brownells. They did send the upper receiver out for review. They also sent out the ammunition that we did do a baseline test with that I will do more testing with in the future. I do think that this AAC ammo is very good, and I will show you why here in a little bit, but that will come later because I know all of you want to see the AAC ammo. So, huge thank you to Palmetto State Armory. They did not send this out for review. I, in fact, did buy this ammo, but I had to wait a little bit for it to come. I don't know why. It came in like 3 different boxes. I don't understand. But I got 40 rounds of this tipped Match King that are using Sierra bullets. I got 100 rounds of this 77 grain OTM stuff because it's super cheap, $10.99 a box. Very good for $10.99 a box. I was actually very surprised. And then we have 77 grain Sierra Match Kings. These are the actual Sierra Match Kings. These are an open tip match. So these are the OTM Sierra Match Kings. These are just the open tip match. I don't know. I think they're not using Sierra bullets. They're probably using their proprietary thing, but they are an open tip match bullet. We'll get into all that here in a little bit. All right, so with the testing, indoor, we're going to go indoor first. It was an indoor 50-yard range. We'll get into that right now. I'm going to show you guys exactly what we did. All right, so I'm going to start us out on the Fiocchi 55 grain. This is actually a really interesting ammo. You can pick it up in bulk a lot of the times. Just a 55 grain boat tail 223 Remington stuff. We're going to bust out the tape measure real quick. All right, so tape measure, 55 grain, 10 round groups, indoors, 4-16 power scope, 1.5 inches. So our main group here, about 1 inch. And then, yeah, that's about 1 inch. And then 1.5 inches right here. So not too bad. Not like the world's greatest group, but not terrible. All right, so this is M193. This is some Lahab. It's garbage 193, but it is a 5.56 chambering nonetheless. This is not any of the other 193 that I have around here somewhere. Probably in one. Yeah, I have some other stuff over there. So this is a terrible group here. A 50-yard indoor range. We're looking at 3.5 inches. Yeah, 3.25, 3.5 inches. It's awful. I do not like this group. It's absolutely terrible. That's garbage. All right, getting into the Black Hills. As I said, 10-round group, 50-yard range, indoors. Less than 1 inch. So center there to there, we're looking at maybe 3/4 of an inch. So Black Hills 50 yards, less than 3/4 of an inch. Now we're going to go on to the 75-yard group that we did outdoors with not a hot gun, but this was the first group. We're going to go ahead and look at that. 75 yards, 77 grain, 77 grain Black Hills OTM stuff. As you guys can see, a little bit larger of a group, but it is very consistent. You can see all the holes. It is very interesting. So I'm going to try to find the largest. So center to center there, we're looking at 1.25 inches. We're looking at 1 inch. Looking at 1 inch. All right, so the largest group I've got is 1.25 inches. Yeah, 1.25 inches, 75 yards. So just about 1 MOA with this ammo. Just about. I mean, it's 75 yards. It's not 100. So we'll go ahead and we'll talk about the other groups that we got into here, and you're going to be very interested. This Palmetto State Armory stuff, this AAC stuff, is extremely affordable. I think $14.99 for a box of this. This 77 grain OTM 556 chambered stuff is not that cheap. I think I will look up a price right now and post it on the screen. I think it's like $75 for a box of 50. Not cheap at all, but this is technically like the Mark 262 clone. So if you're out there and you're looking for like a Mark 262 clone, this is as close as you can get without getting the Winchester Mark 262 stuff that they rarely put out on the civilian market. So it's rarely put out on the civilian market. The closest thing you can get is that Black Hills stuff. So these are the 77 grain Sierra Match Kings. We're going to go ahead and talk about those first. All right, 77 grain Sierra Match King. This is a cold group, largest group here. Let me get some readings here. I mean, 3/4 of an inch. Yeah, about 3/4 of an inch. So we got a good 3/4 inch group right here at 75 yards. And then we have, this is hot. So I actually shot this. I shot the other two groups, and then after the TMKs that we show down here, I went ahead and fired this off. So these all had cooling in between. This one did not. This did not have any cooling. I shot this hot, so we'll see how much bigger it got. Doesn't look like it got much bigger. Still 3/4 of an inch. Looks like our farthest here. Yeah, that's not terrible, guys. That's not bad at all. It still looks like we're at 3/4 of an inch, maybe more. Yeah, probably more than 3/4 of an inch. Just a little over 3/4 of an inch. For a hot group, that's not bad at all. I will go ahead and state that. I mean, both those groups do look very good, 75 yards. I do hope to push these out to 100 at some point and go ahead and do that, but this was very nice, and I was pleasantly surprised. All right, now let's get into the 77 grain OTM non-Sierra Match King stuff. Oh, did I lose a round? I think I lost a round. 77 grain OTMs non-Sierra Match King. All right. This group right here, we're looking at about 1.25 inches. So 1.25 inches farthest to farthest. Yeah, 1.25 inches. So that's not terrible. And then we're going to get into the tipped Match King. So as I said, I've cooled all of these off. 1 inch there. Is that 1 inch? That looks just under 1 inch. Maybe just, nope, right at 1 inch there. All right, so we've got some 1 inch groups out of this. I'm going to go ahead and state that these are really good. I'm going to try to get out to the 100-yard range and just do this test again here in the future with some of this stuff, hopefully pretty soon. I do have a competition this next weekend. I'll be doing another 2-gun match. I will try to get those videos up for you and let you know how my second 2-gun match went. We'll be running this stuff right here, or maybe some M193, the Winchester stuff, but I don't want to waste that. I like to keep that stuff around for the end of the world, or if I need it, maybe some accuracy testing in the future. But I cannot say that this is a bad ammo. It actually shot better than the Black Hills. I'm going to go ahead and state, you see the Black Hills there, and then you see those Sierra Match King rounds are doing really good out of that AAC stuff. Now, I could have a special lot. I will continue to do some testing. I did shoot through my first 20 rounds of this. And then we have the tipped Match King also. I'm going to probably pick some more of this stuff up here pretty soon. But the Geissele URG-I, I'm just going to go ahead and state the URG-I definitely likes how this stuff is. And again, every single gun is different. You will never get two of the same guns. Just go ahead and state that right now. We will do a 100-yard test of this ammo and this gun rested and all that. And yeah, I hope to see you guys again in the future. Please come back and check on this ammo, and we will have the URG-I out some more, doing some fun stuff. Maybe when my can comes in, because I did order a can at Brownells, I did order the Lahar 30K. Hopefully when my can comes in, maybe we can go do some indoor testing suppressed with some of this ammo. So because my can will be in prison for the next year or more, I don't know. Hopefully the ATF gets defunct, and I can just have a can, and I don't have to go through all the crap that we have to go through to get that stuff. But thank you guys so much for tuning into the bench. I hope you guys enjoyed the Geissele URG-I accuracy testing. I was the only one out of the range today, so you weren't going to get any sort of range footage. Plus, I think it looks super boring if I'm just showing you footage of me sitting there prone shooting. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, comment, share, do all the other fun stuff. If you guys are interested, I am an affiliate for Palmetto State Armory, so go check out my stories. If you guys do want to pick up any of this ammo, it's really good ammo. Like, I'm actually pleasantly surprised. Even this stuff for $10.99 a box, non-CR Match King stuff, is pretty good. But these CR Match King bullets, they do really well. And the tipped Match Kings, I mean, those are nice too. So just go ahead, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And to the guy who kept bugging me about the accuracy testing, I'm sorry it took so long. I did take some time with my family, but if you shoot me a message on Instagram, I will send you out a Roscoe patch if you want it. Just shoot me a message on Instagram. You know exactly who you are, and I will ask you to verify your name. For the guy who was bugging me about this, I'm just going to ask you to verify your name, shoot me your address or P.O. box, and I will send you this Roscoe manufacturing patch, or the other one, whichever one you want. One of two. I'll send you either one of those. Or ask me about all the other patches I have, and I'll see what I can send you. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in to the bench. And I'm sorry I was on a little bit of a hiatus, but I did want to spend some time with my family. As always, I hope you have a good one, and be a hoodlum.